Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name's Christine, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make two different snow globes. A detailed snow globe, and then stay around to the end to see the simple version too. Today I'm going to show you how to make these snow globes. So in it I have some little people skating on a pond, and then our little tree and some glitter for snow. So I'm going to take you through the steps. So we'll start with the tree. This is my tree here. It is from Tim Holtz. You get this mini tree, a large tree, and then these little wreaths. And you can spray these with your distress spray stains and to color them. So that's what we're going to do. Because I have a blue and a sort of reddy pink tree, I'm going to make, or I have a green and a red, I'm going to make a blue tree. But you can make any color you want, obviously, whatever color sprays you have. So you just want to spray around it. Then I'm going to spray the top with the other color. Just sort of like that. And then I'm going to just set it aside to dry. Okay, so next I'm going to take my jar and I'm going to add the snowy glittery part in it. So for this I'm using a matte medium, and I'm using a fluid medium. It's not very thick because I'm just adhering glitter, and sometimes my bottle gets stuck. I just use that to open it. The glue gets built up around there and doesn't close properly sometimes. There we go. So I'm going to get my few things. I'm going to use a piece of white paper, and that's just to catch the excess glitter. And then in here I have my glitter. You can see that sparkly fine glitter. So I'm going to put a bit of the, that's probably way more than I need. And using a foam brush, I'm going to pick it up. And I'm painting inside. Now, where the back, I'm using this as the back of the bottle where like the name of it is. So I'm going to cover some of that up. And then as I go around the front, I'm going to sort of come up because I don't want it, I don't want to cover up my little display. And you want to make sure you get in all those crevices around the edge there. And I sort of do it, I get the edge of the brush and just sort of do that because I don't want it to be like an actual straight line. So I use the edge of the brush to add a bit of texture. So when I'm happy with where my glue is, I then pour my glitter in there and just move it around. So wherever there was glue, there's glitter, and then I dump the excess back in. And I'll go back later and brush off the excess there, but for now I'm going to just let my jar dry. So put that aside. So next I have the base. So what I did is I cut cardboard, and I wanted it just to be the inside of my lid here. And I cut 4 pieces. Or if you have foam core, you could cut a piece of foam core. Then I painted the top white. And with my glossy accents, you should see here, I put in, that's my ice rink, a little ice rink there. And I had to let that dry. So you can tell there's a lot of drying stages to this. So now I am going to add on some snow. I got this, it's from Scenic, and it was snow. I've used it for other things, so I just have some left in a bag here. Got it from the craft store. So I'm taking that same multi-medium and just putting it around my ice rink. Just sort of like that. Putting on my snow. Just using my finger to push it into the medium. And then I will dump the excess back into my bag. Like that. And that will go onto our drying pile as well. Now we have one more step here to complete. To move my paper, wipe off some excess powder we have going on here. So the last step is our skaters. I bought these ice skaters from Scenic Accents. You can find this where you would buy like train supplies, model trains. And so I'm going to use the guy that's sort of falling down. On here, you can see there was like a couple skating and then like a mom and that. So I've used this couple here skating and then the mom and the child. And now I'm going to use the one that's falling. And there's the couple reacting, but I'm just going to use the one that fell. I just think it's sort of funny. So let's get the guy that fell here. Now while you are buying your little skaters at the train store, I would recommend getting this Scenic Accents glue, because this is perfect for positioning these figures. If you try to use like medium or even glossy accents of that, it doesn't really stick that well. This is a special glue for putting figures on train sets, and it's really easy to use. It comes with a brush, and you need the smallest little bit. So I'm just going to put a bit on his bum, and all I have to do is wait until that goes clear, and then you just stick him on. It's that easy. So I'm going to put him on my drying pile. And then we'll come back once everything's dry and we'll put our snow globe together. So our snow has dried, or our crystal or glitter has dried here. And so I'm going to just take a brush and just brush out some of that excess that wasn't actually glued down. It had just stuck to the jar. So I'm just using a brush. You can see there's quite a bit there that was extra. And if there's a little bit there, that's fine. It adds a nice little sparkle. But for the most part, we just want to get some of that excess off. So now the front of our jar is a lot clearer. So we can put that aside. Then we have our little piece here. And what I like to do is I take a Q-tip and I just run it around the brim here just to get off some of the excess snow from there, because that's the part that sort of seals in the jar, so I don't need to have excess snow there. I can do it over this again. Okay, then we can put down our little skater guy that fell. Actually, I'm going to, before I put it down, just brush off my skating rink. and put them down. And you can see our skating rink is a little small for the scale, but it doesn't matter, it is fine. And then I want to glue down the tree, and for that I use some creative or multi-medium. And I see if there's any left in this one. And I put down a fair amount, and then I put it on here. And the medium, though, takes a little bit of time to dry. I just hold it for a little bit till it becomes stable. And then again, I'm going to put this aside and let it dry before we finished assembling it all. But basically, we don't have too much left to do. We just need to give the tree some time to dry. Our tree is now dry. You can put it upside down. It's not coming off. The one thing I didn't mention the other day is when you're putting on it, the tree, you don't want it to come too far over, or else when you go to put it in the jar, it'll scrape the tree and maybe take it off. So just be careful where the end of the tree is. So now when we're putting it in our jar, we know that this is the front of our jar, and that's where we want our little guy. So we put it like that, and then we screw on our lid. We can hold it in place. And we have our little snow globe. Now in this one, I didn't put any snow that's going to move around because I didn't want it to get over the pond and our little skater that fell down. Now if you didn't want to go to the trouble of making this type of snow globe, what I also did was I took the bigger trees, I sprayed it with a few colors of the spray, made it sort of an ombre tree. And with this one, I put a bunch of that snow with a little bit of glitter in it. So you can shake it around, get snow on your tree, and make a really easy snow globe. And I did it in the green. Here's one in pinks. Here's one in blue. And then another one in reds. So these are really great. I have them lined up in my window, and it's really easy to make these ones. You're just simply doing the base with, and then coloring your tree, gluing it on, and putting it in a jar with some snow. So if you didn't want to do the detailed ones, try making some big ones like this too. So have fun making snow globes this holiday season. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to Scrap Time videos here on YouTube to stay up to date in the latest and greatest in the paper crafting and art journaling industry. Thanks, bye!